Welcome to today's briefing. I am Captain Grace Kellogg of the Heavy Cruiser the U.S.N.V Cincinnati. I will be taking over these sessions from now on, as Captain Briggs is currently busy on a mission. Today's subject is on Dr. Raphael Gideon IV. It is the same Gideon family that is responsible for our current generation of hyperdrives and many of the advanced medical procedures that we use in the field. We have received a transfer application from Dr. Gideon from one of the Medical Corp sites, 2 Alpha. This is one of our best sites. We here wonder why Dr. Gideon would want to leave 2 Alpha. However, we might have found our answer. According to Dr. Collins, a therapist at the site does believe that the doctor needs time away from lab duties. He has shown signs of extreme mental trauma and post-traumatic stress disorder. Flip to section 3 of the file. We shall cover Dr. Gideon's background now. Gideon is a doctor of medicine, a scientist, a lover of classic literature, and an avid listener to 50s and 60s American folk music. He was born in the 3rd sector of the New Mercury colony, a British recognised colony. Born to an Irish doctor, Ella Renee Howard, and British doctor, Raphael Gideon III. He had 2 older siblings, a brother Connor Gideon and a sister Catherine Gideon. He had spent his early life in the luxury of the New Mercury colony. Known as the Eden of space, it was a terraformed planet near Mercury and shielded by a solar shield, the same solar shield that Ella Gideon's father had created. The famous and well-known Dr. Paxton Howard. Gideon from a young age had shown a spark in the sciences, which his brother Connor and sister Catherine did not. This gave him the spotlight of his parents, put a lot of stress on the young Raphael. He and Connor weren't the closest of brothers, often fighting among each other, due to, in part, to their father and mother's hardened nature of perfection of the sciences. Raphael was often seen as the golden child, and his brother apparently resented him for that. He didn't share the same dislike for his sister Catherine, which they were inseparable friends, sharing the same passion for space and travel. If it wasn't for Catherine, Raphael might have run away. We again know this thanks to Dr. Collins' many sessions with the doctor. Raphael has a high respect and love for his sister, but has a deep regret not coming to her in her final moments. We will learn about this little later. In his teen years, following in the parents' footsteps, he had taken up the science of medicine and had started to attend Paxton College by the age of 14. He would graduate college at the age of 19. He had created many inventions and created many medical advancements, but none as important as his invention of cellufoam, a foam that would temporarily treat the wound with antibiotics and fully seal the wound from outside contaminants. Raphael's older brother Connor, being the black sheep of the family, left and joined the British exploration forces, only to disappear on a recon mission near Moon of Titan. Raphael and his sister were the only ones to attend his funeral. His sister, unfortunately, was one of the crew members on the USEV Cyclops, a ship that went missing without any trace of where it went in 2329. To this day, we still wonder about the ship. Many conspiracies and legends have taken foothold within the naval community. Her and all the crew aboard are currently MIA. Raphael had said in a recent session, he regrets not having dinner with his sister after she was promoted to captain. He was too busy with his work. This moment tore him apart, and is stated reason why he joined the Humanitarian Corps. He has spent the majority of his professional life doing humanitarian work on impoverished, war-torn planets. He had saved many lives. The soldiers of the Petersburg colony call him Saint Pantaleimon, the Orthodox saint of medicine and the protector of soldiers. From another one of his session 3 Bravo Delta 4. He claims to have become burnt out and disconnected because of his years of humanitarian work. He had seen too much death and suffering for one man to bear. We believe this is why he joins the Joint Naval Medical Corps, and now applying for this mission. Here is an audio file from Dr. Gideon's recent session.
Well, Dr. Gideon, unfortunately we're almost done with this session. Do you have any final remarks for me to hear?
I have no love in my life, nor any children to bear my lineage. I have hope that space travel beyond my or anyone's understanding of the known and unknown will cure my madness. I hope to discover what happened to my sister and my brother as I can lay their souls next to our father and mother. Maybe my goal ultimately in life is to guide spirits from the unknown. I'd saved so many from the cold grip of death. I had worked so long to help others that I have had no time for love. I may never find a suitable partner to hold the weight of my pain and suffering. I wonder if anyone would desire me, a man closer to the end than the beginning, a wounded soul that has watched so many people die for pointless conflicts. I don't know if my tormented soul wants to keep going, but I desperately cling to some notion that there is some form of meaning in this existence. I want to feel the warm touch of another soul. I have only felt the warm, burning pain of others' blood, sweat, and tears. I'd spent most of my life putting others back together, but now I might have my most daunting task, trying to mend the pain within me and finally find peace.
If I may interject here and have a few words with the council. Thank you. I am Commander Keller, former commander of the Pittsburgh. Many of you here know me for the raid on Mars, where I finally defeated the Martian naval fleet. However, my ship did go down and many sailors died. But if it wasn't for Dr. Gideon's actions, I wouldn't be here. And many of my sailors wouldn't be here either. However, as much as I think he's a hero, there's something off about him. The man's looking for something. I've seen it before. Man's looking for answers. And I don't think he's going to stop until he finds those answers. I hope he does, but